Right.
What?
The prostitute story.
I'm talking
You
about my
ready?
ass. What are you talking about,
Prostitute story. You guys ready? Are you ready for this?
Bondage? I'm in.
I should be able to hire my own tweaker to beat up another tweaker.
Gets high fives from the boys.
It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of.
Good
Yo, yo, yo.
morning with the boys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Want to cheer this bad boy
Cheers.
out? There
Yeah,
we
we'll
go.
cheers it out.
Let's get into
Got
it.
the haircut so I can actually just do with no hair, no hat on.
You do look less bald today. I got to give it up to you.
No,
Are you going
dude.
zero shampoo yet?
Oh yeah, still. No, it's bad though. When she was cutting my hair, my receding hairline was really showing. I was
Did
sad.
she tell you anything?
No, she didn't say anything. I didn't ask though either.
Oh, you got to talk to your... You
Yeah.
got to have that kind of intimate relationship
Yeah,
with your
because
barber.
I just go to the cost cutters, so it's just whatever, you know.
You're a grown man now.
I don't need to go pay a bunch of money, and I wasn't even ready. I was just starting to get the good curls on my hair, like when I wear my hat and it curls out just a little bit.
You actually enjoy that.
Yeah, that's, and especially now that I'm going bald, I definitely probably won't cut my hair this short again. I usually go every 6 months and then cut it to here, let it grow out. But now I think for now I'm just gonna forever trim it because I'm going bald.
But you got to get used to rocking no hat. They don't make a big difference when you stop wearing a hat, because I think hats make some people go bald. Honestly, I think it's kind of like the jeans material that makes your leg hair fall out.
But that's like around the edges is where my hat's sitting. I guess maybe.
I don't know. Part of me just seems to think that might be the case. I know a lot of guys who wear ball caps just like that, and it seems like they're all bald.
Between me and my brother, we'll have a full head of hair.
But none on the front of your head. You guys will have
Not me.
so much hair in the back of your head.
Mullet central,
because
dude.
you guys can grow hair on the back of your heads like nobody's business.
I was actually told by a bald man. A wise man once told me, once you start going bald, just Mr. Clean Shave it, let people get used to it and own it. I was like, all right.
I got a
touche.
best friend who literally says that bald men are sexy. So let us know in the comments.
We're
I don't
wearing
know
a hat.
who is bald.
Anybody
Sexy?
bald out there? Is bald sexy?
Did it just make that sweeping wave? Because a long time bald was gross. And there's certain, like Shane Gillis says, you can't be bald and fat.
It's one or the other.
One or the other. Pick a lane.
Fuck. That's why I'm going bald. Damn. Maybe I'll break the sigma. I'll be fat and bald.
I guess if at the end of the day. Oh, DJ, how's our audio today?
I think we're just hearing.
Oh yeah,
The
just making sure at
headphones,
the end
yeah.
of the day.
I
that
can hear it.
Sexy, that we're sounding smooth.
Gotta sound right on point.
So, let's get right into it. We're talking coffee. Shout out City Brew once again.
Which, are we really gonna cheat on City Brew and go test all the other coffee spots in town?
I think it would be an amazing thing to see. Make sure that are standing with the best.
What happens if Mazevo beats City Brew and we want to go to Mazevo every day before we podcast?
And then we got to go. I mean, we're men now. We're going to go have that honest conversation with City Brew and be like, hey.
If you don't sponsor us, we will stop coming.
Or simply be better.
Or
If you want us to keep coming here, be better.
I have a feeling like cease and desist letter if we're getting one. It's from Mazevo.
Well, guess what? We have a bunch to choose from.
Only one way to find out.
We thought
How
about
many
this.
can we get?
And if you out there think that your coffee is better, change our minds. Because right now, these are our 5 we're going to run with. Mountain Mud,
Mm-hmm.
City Brew,
Mm-hmm.
Mazevo, the Rail Line Coffee, because that's Southside. That's what we got, Southside.
Okay.
And our 5th was Blacksmith Rifle
The Blacksmith. Yeah. Yep. Excuse me. I was going to suggest that one.
I think that is a solid 5 to go with.
100%. And we're doing iced, specialty, And hot.
and hot coffee.
Yeah.
Who do you think right now? Because we've all been to each one.
Probably the blacksmith, but I don't
Honestly,
know,
and I can
man.
tell you right now, I've never had a rail line coffee once.
Me neither.
So they are kind of the dark horse on this one. Who knows?
I remember we've gone to the Blacksmith Rifle Co. a couple times and it was good, but I don't remember being like, oh, it's the best coffee I ever had. But we weren't judging it. We didn't have 5 right in front of us to taste
they
test
also have
at the same time.
32
Gotta be
ounce
careful with that.
iced coffee.
Yeah. Even the lowest, smallest iced we can get, I think, is 16. So that'll even be.
So at least you know they ain't messing around. They know people need coffee. And think if you're blacksmithing, real blacksmithing, hammering, yeah.
Because I
you
think
need more than a sip of coffee.
caffeine was introduced, what, 1600s?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure they've been eating caffeine
DJ, can we look that one up?
beans
Yeah.
for years.
When caffeine and
Not
coffee
caffeine beans, coffee beans they've been eating forever.
when caffeine really became a thing, was it the 15, when was the blacksmithing days? 1600s, right?
Bro, they've been blacksmithing for a long time.
Well, I know that, but back then it was like the freaking thing to do. Became popular in the 20th century. Really? Something reliable sources written in the 15th century. So it's, which I think the 15th century would be more towards some medieval times when blacksmiths were making swords and armor for those guys. So that would make sense. Yeah.
And what an incredible skill that is, blacksmithing. I mean, now I think those guys are just modern day welders.
Yeah, but it's still around because even
metal fabrication in itself.
Mitch has started purchasing a little bit of blacksmithing gear because he does the Renaissance Fair stuff. And what he was thinking is it would be really cool if you're at a Renaissance Fair and you go there and see some guy literally working on a blade or working on some armor and stuff. So he was trying to get into that. So here in a couple of years, we might actually be able to get a blacksmith to make us something.
Montana would be the first place to actually bring back knights and archers.
Well, dude, no, there's people that run around and still do jousting events, bro.
100%. I'm talking about the state as a whole taking it seriously.
And
we have a castle.
Oh, we
It's
do.
a pretty modern day castle, but we have
it's
one.
it's like Bill Gates' castle.
They call it the castle.
The castle. That thing is pretty beautiful. I've looked at it on Zillow. Holy shit.
It's probably Billings. I mean, they actually had on a documentary a little bit. The dude faked his own death, tried to get away, insurance fraud, the whole 9 yards. Screwed out a whole mess of trades here in town out of money. And then...
Man, that would suck.
Is he in jail?
I think he did, right? They did get him, I thought.
What was his sentence?
Oh, I almost drank this. This is not mine from today. That's probably... I don't know when that's from. Get that out of my face.
That's a rough one.
I was close, man.
Hey, it's not as bad as finding a grape in the bottom of your drink.
Speaking of gross coffee, you just told me this morning that there's elephant poop coffee.
And you rebutted with, did you know that there's cat poop coffee?
I knew about that one, but elephant poop, black ivory is what they call it.
And how you're going to look at me like one is more disgusting than the other. Honestly, the way that they said black ivory coffee, I mean, it does sound pretty fancy.
Pretty exotic. Same with the
most expensive coffee. DJ, what was our price tag on that?
I know the keto. Oh, but didn't you say the keto something was $700 a pound? Oh, okay. The keto was $600. So the elephant, we don't know.
$600 a pound for cat poop coffee.
Because they have to freaking go get it. It's same thing similar to the elephant coffee. How it reacts in their gut biome is like what makes it really good.
Elephant coffee shitting on cat poop. $2,000
per kilogram. What's that compared to a pound? Pretty close. Kilo. Damn. Because that's
So, yeah,
kilogram.
that's
It's still.
expensive poop.
Who? No, it's
I
not.
can get a bag right now.
It's not poop, dude. They actually sift through the poop to find. Holy shit.
Man, I'm about to get me some black ivory
What do you think,
coffee.
guys? Should we start drinking black ivory coffee?
I watched the video on how they collect it. Like, they literally have their shirts like out, and they're right underneath that poop. They're catching it. Boom. And they're running over, and they're filtering through, and they're getting all the coffee beans, and then they clean them off and brew them. And apparently, by going through the digestive tract of the elephant, it takes out the bitter flavor of the bean.
I think that's similar to what the other one is, the raccoon cat-like animal that does it.
Named the civet.
Civet. Raccoon cat-like thing. I thought it was ocelots.
It
so
is
I was
an
way wrong.
adorable little guy, though. It sounds like Zaboomafoo.
Ziboomafoo. Well,
DJ checking the ones and twos. All well, all well. Good, good, good.
I would try it, but I don't. Just knowing that my coffee has already been shit out by something else throws me off a little bit.
I mean, it's different.
I don't.
It's
Yeah.
Not your usual cup of coffee.
It might be the most amazing coffee ever, and
Why
maybe I would
they
never stop
charge
drinking.
$2,000 a kilogram if it's not delicious?
Because someone at the main industry was like, wouldn't it be funny if we sold those Americans some shit coffee and they thought it was great?
I think along those same regarding caviar and escargot. I think they tricked rich people into eating disgusting food. Snails, is that really healthy for you? And I watched, DJ showed me this video about maybe throw up. Have you ever seen them get caviar?
Nope.
So they take the fish, flop it on the table, fillet it down the middle. When you open, the entire inside of this fish is fish eggs.
And yeah.
And you could just
Scoop
them out, handfuls of it, all the way in a fish. And then it's like, we had the question we had to ask ourselves, you take all of those out of a fish, does it just deflate?
Yeah, because just like, yeah, I think you can tell a fish is pregnant when you pull it out of the
But
water.
what about post-pregnancy? Once it's gotten, does it go back to its original shape, or does it go, like, does it, like, women, just mutilation?
You are asking the questions, aren't you? Any fish out there that can answer that question for us? Like, dude, what?
Any
Marine biologist? Yeah, that's what you need to answer
marine
that.
biology is just
Shit.
any marine life that can speak to humans. Call the pod now.
Yeah, call in. Give us a phone tap, please.
If we're talking about bizarre animals, did you know here in Montana, a man is being sentenced? He's 81 years old for cloning.
81.
I want to look it up, make sure. So it's the Marco Polo sheep from Asia, and he's been using the testicles and the tissue to make the Montana Mountain King goat.
And he was successful.
Even the judge is like, hey, we got to send you to jail, but right on, dude.
How'd you do that? Morning, easy. Morning. But yeah, dude, that's crazy.
And of course, the dude is like 81. Like,
how did that guy...
I guarantee that guy didn't even think he was doing anything wrong. He was like, bro, I clone sheep. These guys go out and hunt them.
Yeah, like what?
Everybody getting paid.
Yeah, why?
Trophy hunting, so then guys can go out there and hunt these gigantic goats.
So he's... yeah, dude, he's just providing sport and
But
I guess it
also,
is
it's a
technically invasive species
Well, not
of
even
an
that.
area.
I don't think we're allowed to clone animals.
Yeah, I think you need some federal
It was-
regulations
no,
behind
it was
that.
literally under federal guidelines why this guy is being charged.
Yeah.
But the judge is also high five, dude. Good job cloning.
Well, I'm sure the scientists are gonna be like, "How the fuck did you do that?"
There's a lot of guys.
There's cloning's actually been a thing though for a while.
Oh yeah, and if we actually took this out of the title, oh man, you gotta hate it. One fly is.
They wait for us to go live. They wait for you to go live. I did go live last night. Speaking of which, did some
You went
Rocket
live
League.
last
Yeah, I
night?
went and did some Rocket League last
shout
night.
out. We had no idea.
Yeah, live on Twitch for about 30 minutes before my computer shut down. I was like, God damn it, son of a fucking bitch.
Never fails.
Yeah. Which is, dude, the weirdest thing. When I play Nightingale, it will not shut down. Did a couple hours both Friday and Saturday night with my brother. As soon as I got off of Nightingale, went to go make my bowl of cereal, came back, my computer was off. So it's like something about Nightingale does not trigger whatever has been triggering it to shut down. So it is just something really random. I probably need to go through and just give it a nice good cleaning. And
well, at least
pull
you
it
were
all apart.
able to go ahead and, shed off this weekend.
This weekend was busy, bro.
I mean, Sunday, yes, I was absolutely from 6 o'clock in the morning until it was a long day.
Yeah, you just
I was
were
exhausted.
out dashing
Everywhere.
yeah.
But Saturday, shout out Crook's Grocery. Anybody who was able to go down there.
That was
after
fun,
listening
dude.
to this. Some incredible music. Shout out Amanda Sue. We end up going down and meeting her.
And then I can't remember Little Bear. I think her name was something Little Bear. I could be way wrong. I'm sorry.
Beautiful
yeah.
voice as well.
She's gonna be, if she sticks with it, she could go somewhere, and that's really cool.
With her
That she's
acoustic
local.
guitar. It was really nice. Really beautiful voice.
Yeah.
We were unfortunately part of a little, I don't know what you call it, attempt at comedy, but it ruined my whole night. Like Saturday night, I was just so furious.
I can't believe that's enough to set you off. It wasn't
just the things that she was saying,
dude.
And it's just strictly from a comedy. Like, she's annoying in the things that she said. Like, how can you come from a white dad and white mom and then hate cis white people? Doesn't calculate. And then you're also in a nation that allows you to say these things. If you go anywhere else, they chop your face off and break your knees.
What you need to do is combat that with a I hate women set. And so when she gets off stage after telling her little what she thinks is funny, you get up there and you just start going shots fired.
I'm
bro.
not that's not really my idea of comedy. I was like, there's not really, I could find a lot more funny in there than I'm sure she would.
And she didn't even refine it. I was thinking with what was in her notes, if she refined it to an actual stand-up set, she probably could have done something, because she had some callbacks, to the Tim Sheehy shit. And of course, that's super easy to do right now. When we were talking about stand-up, I was even in my head, like trying to kind of put together a stand-up set the last couple of days. And I thought politics, but I was like, no, because everyone's doing that. And then that showed it as soon as we saw her do that, where she was just bashing Sheehy. I was like, see, that shows you everyone's doing it right now.
And then the wild part, like I'm saying, the second it was over, eruption. Everybody's clapping like crazy. And then they left. Everybody got up and left. And then there was like 4 people left in that place.
Yeah, it was because
they came in, they laughed at whatever she said, and then they left.
They were her friends.
No, it was like an entourage.
Yeah, it was her entourage. Yeah, she had 4 people.
It's fake as hell. And they ate it up and they laughed at it, and it's bullshit. All of it. I was like, this is not funny. This is not comedy. Sit your entitled ass down, please.
You got to give it a shot. At least she's up there doing it.
100%.
At least she's trying.
And that's why, hopefully, I haven't pissed off Kirk's Grocery too much, because I would love to go down there and do my own stand-up.
Yeah, dude, I would love to try to put together a little stand-up set, a 15-minute set.
I guarantee I can write a solid 10 to go
solid
down
10
there
minutes
and do 10.
Okay, kill
Keep
10.
it going.
Okay. I'll just try to set up some 10-minute sets sometime.
I'm gonna go talk
What
to
do you think,
the
guys?
owner
We should
and
do it.
everything. If
I was actually, I wish I would have on my way out, but I was kind of in a hurry because I didn't think I was gonna actually get sucked in like I did.
he also was like, yeah, please stick around. Even he was over it. So it's not like I'm out of pocket by saying
Oh,
anything.
yeah,
I saw the owner's face and he was like, ugh.
I'm not a fan of the poetry reading on the mic. I'd rather see music
I have
or
way
stand
more
up.
respect for the guy who was reading his poetry
His was pretty good too.
than that.
Her, yeah.
And it's because there's no actual talent to what she did. And I think that's what part that made me the maddest, is that I could have literally just read 100 lines of anything
100 one-liners that you've thought of.
and I could have filled the whole room with a bunch of my friends and then had you guys clap and think I'm the greatest thing that's ever said anything.
Dude, 90% of the world is liars, just like you said. If we have a video camera in the back corner and they see you up there on stage with a mic making people laugh, boom, we post it, you're famous. You've been a stand-up comedian for 5 years now.
I'm not willing to go that route, but I will find the funny and I will go down there.
But no, seriously, we've been thinking about it, guys. Kirk's Grocery is a little hole-in-the-wall venue here in downtown Billings.
But perfect setup.
It is.
For artists. And that's why I'm like trying to hold back when it comes to this. But at the same time, I'm so passionate about the craft that I'm like, I will go down there and I will show a solid 10 minutes of comedy. So hopefully nobody is subjected to that again.
It's an old grocery store, about 100-year-old or so they're suspecting. So it's super cool. Definitely new. Like I said, we're gonna have to get our heads down there more. So shout out to those guys for throwing the party. We're gonna have to keep an eye out, and we will probably let people know what's going on there. If we can just even get on the list of let us know what's happening, so we can tell people.
100%. They also have a little record
store,
It's incredible.
And it's a little art,
vintage,
an art gallery, record store, and then a venue.
Absolutely
cute.
incredible,
Super
cute little venue. Yeah, 100%. I'm totally behind Kirk's Grocery in the fact that they allow that to happen. And at the end of the day, no matter how upset I got, if that lady goes back and does more comedy, she goes back and does more comedy.
Yeah.
These are my personal feelings and opinions.
I was going to say, you're going to have to not let it bug you so much, because if we're going to go hang out down there more, you're going to have to see it. So get thicker skin, let her do her thing, and just be happy that she's trying. And then get up and do your 10-minute set and fucking bash her, dude. Throw that in your set.
I'm not gonna
bashing the girls with glasses. Oh,
the bashing that you're talking about is not. I mean, yeah, have at it.
Girls with glasses. That's gonna add to my list. There you go.
Because, yeah, I mean, that's not my. I guess at the end of the day, not my style of comedy is to go at somebody who obviously isn't gonna be able to defend themselves.
No, I've been trying to
defend themselves in the most annoying way that it is just. Ugh.
I'm trying to think of some premises for some stand up. I've never really tried to put together a stand up set. I had a good one last night and I should have wrote it down. Laying in bed, I thought of something that I thought would have been a pretty decent premise, but I fucking lost it because I didn't write it down. God damn it.
Literally, I was listening to her talk yesterday and I was like, man, it's like that teacher from the fucking Peanuts was a real human being. Like the whole time it's just the world would be better if I had 2 baby daddies and a wife.
That's all you took from that. That was a weird line.
She really stand behind this stuff.
I mean,
and if you're a cis white man, don't even bother talking to me.
I thought the callback to the short shorts was pretty funny.
So this is what I'm trying to figure out. Was she saying that she likes short inseam or that she hates a short inseam?
Well, at first she was saying that she liked it, and then oh yeah, that turns me on.
Which one, short or long?
The short shorts.
Okay, see
and
that,
then
DJ?
and then a few minutes later, she was
short, no good.
She was like, "I was just kidding. Fuck the short shorts.
Short
I won't
shorts,
talk to
good.
you." Yeah, not good.
But that was seem like that was called back to even if you do have it. If you're a dude, don't come and talk to me.
Yeah. It's kind of
all around way of saying even if you do, don't.
She was covering her bases, which was stupid. Don't even say the first joke if you're gonna come back and be like, "Hey, actually, don't talk to me." It's like,
unless you're a woman, because I'm a lesbian, but I'm straight.
And it's like, it was labeled as her reading poetry. There was nothing poetic about it.
That's what it was labeled as, poetry?
Yeah, pretty sure. Because that's what he said when we were like, yeah, next we got her reading some poetry. And then that's why when I heard people laughing, I was like, sounds like she's making people laugh. But yeah, like you said, she probably paid those people.
No, it was literally, she went and sat in the row with her friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
it was her 4 friends, and then they all left right afterwards. Yeah.
And then and no hate on the gays, but the gays were eating it up too. And it was like, come on, gays, you're still men at the end of the day.
I thought you could do better than that.
I know if you can take a dick, you can take these jokes.
You needs to hit his demographic. No, I think he did. But it was a good time. Like I said, it's a cool little venue, and I am excited to see what they do in the future.
Did you see Amanda? She is going to be releasing
those other 2 songs.
Well, Quicksand will be getting released soon. She posted that on her story soon. I don't know, but she uses. I believe I should look it up. She doesn't use.
She posts everywhere. She uses one thing to post everywhere. It's genius.
Of course.
It's like me. I'm fucking making shit for Spotify, making shit for YouTube.
When
and
she
Facebook
said that you could find her on Amazon, you literally can if you look at her on Amazon Shopping.
Oh,
you
nice.
Type in Amanda Sue and her song pops up.
Heck
Just the one special edition though. So hopefully we're hearing it soon. It would be awesome.
What would your stand-up set? You got some premises in mind? What would you run with? Right now.
DJ, what was the thing I was telling you yesterday? I had it good for a bit as soon as I got back. This was the old, when you have a kid and as a parent, you have to, do the tooth fairy. So, and you eventually have these like teeth and you can either just toss them or you became a really terrible serial killer who just collects like your children's teeth. I asked DJ, I was like, do you know somebody like this? He said his stepdad still had all his teeth. He's like, why do you have these?
That's so creepy, dude.
And I thought about it myself because my son I have like 3 or 4 of his baby teeth. And I'm like, when is it appropriate time to throw away your children's teeth?
When they fall out.
Are you just like, so every time you go tooth fairy, you're grabbing, throwing in the garbage can?
If there's a $5 bill under that pillow, that tooth is in the trash, dog. Actually, I'm just kidding. I might actually have 2 teeth in a fucking bag under where I hit them. There might be. Because she lost 2 in a row, like within 2 weeks. But usually I do just throw them away and just hide them in the trash where she don't see them so that she thinks.
That's also kind of crazy if your daughter is going through the garbage to find her teeth.
Whenever I'm lonely in the AM, I just look down. Catch a view of the one-eyed monster looking back at you easy. Oh my god, speaking of monster, fucking hilarious. So kids are playing Nerf guns. So what does Uncle Billy do? He pulls out the fucking sniper rifle, comes around the corner, hits me with it, and then I look over at Logan, and it's like one of those where like, you just look up at your buddy and you know they're about to get shot. There's nothing you can do. I hear the bullet go. Next thing I know, right in the face. Logan got hit right in the face with a fucking sniper rifle. Instantly, it was about right here. Instantly starts crying. Uncle Billy's, oh, sorry, bro. Runs downstairs, puts the Nerf gun away, and like.
Why did Uncle Billy not shoot you?
He did. He shot me once. Shot
that
me
was
first.
Pretty solid sniping.
It was.
Man. He
it
went
was
from one to the other.
Boom, hit me, and then went over and like it was around the corner, over the counter, and got him right in the head. He said he was trying to shoot over him, but too much bullet drop.
How long did Uncle Billy lay prone, I wonder, for that shot?
No, he was
on the move.
He was up because it was over the kitchen counter too. So it was good shots. It was good shooting with that Nerf gun. But yeah, it was hilarious. So a few minutes later, Logan didn't cry much. He actually handled it like a champ. Billy's downstairs again. Logan comes down the stairs with his little gun, and he's like, "Uncle Billy, you monster!" But he was like calling him the monster, like that was the game they were about to play next. But it was just funny. So there's Logan, "You monster," and all of us were just laughing because he was a monster in that moment. Just headshotted my son with a Nerf gun, dude.
What could happen?
Right after shooting me.
Oh, 100%.
Shoot me, headshot my son. How dare you?
It makes sense. And if I'm in that situation, yeah, everybody's going down too. But
it was fun. It was just fun that then Logan called him a monster. And you could tell it hurt Uncle Billy. Uncle Billy, you're a monster. Hurt. He's just like, oh, yeah, good. You called me out.
I am a monster.
Yeah. Shot you in the face. Oh, it was good.
It's a solid shot, though. And the thing is, I wonder if he actually intended to,
hit
right
him
in the face. Probably
That's
not.
fine.
It's hard to shoot.
Well, that's my one rule with the Nerf guns is we can shoot each other, just not in the face, right? So
I feel like everybody tries to have that rule, but it really is not the case when the guns are out.
Yeah,
you get hit in the face. It's just part of this.
Nerf guns don't fly good, or Nerf darts. They drop pretty dang heavy. And the next one's going to fly completely different than the one that just flew before.
It all depends on how much we want to, pussify the kids, because there's kids out there literally like the airsoft, and you have
paintball.
We grew up paintballing.
That shit hurts.
I was like 4th grade shooting
that shit.
paintballs.
Yeah, leaves you fucking big old bruises. But
100% welting.
Kids handled it well, and that's what I told them. If you want to play Nerf guns, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get shot. You can't cry every time you get shot with the Nerf gun when you're playing Nerf guns.
My son, and shout out Uncle Billy for this one as well. He got Nando his Nerf gun, and that thing, it is a cannon. This thing shoots hard, and it shoots the balls. And it's like, he got it for Nando when he was too small to even be able to like
load it.
Yeah, but it was like one of the coolest guns. He still has it. Like it's this freaking long. Holds like 150 bullets, so you can just sit there and crank and shoot. But he never got the arm strength to fully use the gun.
Happens.
And the balls would you get like caught, like it would shoot and they would get like stuck in there.
Jammed up.
I was constantly having to fish those little balls out, and then it'd rip in half. And great gift while it was brand new.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? There's so many of those gifts that Nando had gotten, and they're just doesn't even use anymore. Most kids. I wonder what the mix down the middle is as far as who's got technology toys and who's got actual action figures and Barbies. Yeah, they never stick really, those little toys. I've met kids who have huge car collectors where they have all the wheels, the Hot Wheels. They have like 1,000 cars.
Yeah, Logan's got a bunch of Hot Wheels,
and they're totally down with it. Or you have the Lego kids.
We still have all of our Legos,
tons of Legos. But, it's not every kid. There's probably some kids who still have, like, we went over to Laura's house and we did her basement. They had toys from, like, the 60s and 70s down there.
Well, dude, my mom, even when I was 18, she asked me if she could sell my car collection. And it was, like, the 1/24th size models, so it was pretty good sized. And I wish I would have said no. because Logan would have loved all of those fucking cars. So my mom used to save a lot of our toys and ask if we wanted them and shit. So
What are you supposed to do? I mean, as a person who wants to like clean up a
as
mess
an
and
adult,
all-
I'm like, you don't need to hang on to those goddamn cars, Mom. I was fucking 14, and then now I'm have a son, and I'm like, I can't find any good ones that size anymore, like I used to find when I was a kid.
No, shout out to my parents. They found Nando, like the original Tonkas. So I still have those upstairs for them. But
Guess what? Tonka is a Indian word, like Native American word for large. It came from the Sioux Indians, I believe. So when Tonka was making their toy brand, they used a Native American word as their Tonka toys. Something I learned this weekend.
that's pretty respectful, though.
Yeah.
So, like, there's always...
Because Tonka also means buffalo in another Native American language.
But it's like they're always coming at the names of these. And a lot of times it's a way of paying homage.
Right,
It's
yeah,
not
exactly.
always
Yeah.
racism.
Yeah, exactly. See, same with like the
Like some of the hockey teams.
Well,
you
and
know,
even
or
the-
even the Braves. I was like, that's a pretty dope name if you're the Braves.
well, didn't the football team isn't
The Redskins.
yeah, aren't people still like even Native Americans were kind of upset that they changed that because the image behind their logo was actually a really famous Indian person. So like I thought, and I could be wrong, I can't speak for them, but I thought they felt respected that his image was still being portrayed on this football team.
Now they're the Commanders. I don't know if whatever homage was being paid then is completely gone now because we're the Commandos.
We command you to not.
We command you to get off this land and get on the res.
Yeah, that's so fucked, man. Especially what Christopher Columbus
I
said.
don't know if you're in Montana.
Or not, no,
and
Washington, not
I'm
Columbus.
sure there's a lot of people in Montana who are like, well, can we get a per capita check? We still have to live here. We gotta
Dude,
live in
you know what I
Harlem.
did notice? State Avenue didn't have all those homeless people right by that parking lot today.
They cleared them all
They might have
out.
cleared them all out. So maybe they are trying to make it look better in town here, which is that's good to see.
Yeah,
It's good to
but
see.
they just push them
To somewhere else. I know that, but still, get them off of that main street.
They go from there, and then a lot of them go and sleep in the skate park where all those kids are at. So
That's
the last
another
place
thing
they
that's
really
pissing me
want.
off. Yeah, it's because I drive by the skate park every day, and it seems like one day it was one guy, next day it was another guy. They're setting up their camps
Well, no,
where
honestly,
kids should go to be
you
able to
have
get away from
Riverstone
that
Health
shit.
That's literally right there. How come Riverstone Health doesn't inundate those guys and take them and get them meals every day? That
Or
type of
some-
situation. It's
yeah,
literally
get
a
'em
mental health center. How do these guys like literally right across the street and you can't? You're like, hey, come over here.
Do they not?
Shower
I mean, I
and
know
do
they
all
have
the OG.
they have one shelter, but do they not have enough vacant property somewhere that they
Well,
could
the problem
fucking
is
house
it's not
somebody?
even. It's that most of the time you can't house
Well,
them because they destroy things
Even
in
if-
their path.
even if you just find an empty fucking gravel lot for them to like, let them build a fucking camp. I mean, they're going to anyways. Put them in a fucking fenced area. Let them build their little fucking camp so that they're not on the
And
fucking at the fucking skate park where kids are supposed to go.
And then
That's
we will
what that makes
train
me
them.
mad.
And then
That's when we get our.
and
Hey,
then we
sign
will
this waiver that
sled down
says we can collect all the money and all the rewards from all of the things.
Well, and we'll just, if they bring us whatever they can, then they're in. And then we can start talking
Yeah.
percentages, like how much you willing to work, like, capitalism at its finest.
What about if we race them? We start betting on the races.
Is that viable? Let me think.
You recruit,
Are you breaking any
you recruit one, and
statutes
you're
when it
like, "Hey man,
comes
how
to
fast are
racing?"
you? How fast are you, bro?"
I mean, it gets them doing something.
Yeah.
Can we not?
We'll bet on it. We'll give them a portion of the rewards. That's probably when it gets questionable and
And it's
dicey is
not
when you
even
bet on it.
Yeah, we're not trying to be, exploiting them. We're just simply
we're not?
trying to. No, we're trying to give them something better than nothing.
Nothing?
Really. Because if you have the energy to panhandle all day, let's use that energy in a more productive manner. You
Honestly,
start training,
yeah.
you get better.
Then
Bam.
you run the 40-yard dash in 3 seconds.
And if we know that you're the fastest out there, obviously you're going to be the first to be the rickshaw. Then you're getting the real money. You're running all over town. You're making deliveries.
You're downtown pulling a cart like they do. Isn't that
I mean, rickshawing is a viable option, I'm pretty sure. I mean, people do it. Can you look that up for me real quick, DJ? How many people are rickshawing still?
what is it in Vegas where they have the guys who pull the little carts? Two people sit in the cart and they're just like walking it, or is that over in Asia
that's
as
a
well?
rickshaw.
Oh, that's a rickshaw. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
That's the word I keep using. They're all over Asia, so
Okay.
what are we saying? It's not.
I didn't
good
know it
enough
actually had
for
a term.
Americans?
I didn't know how to turn rickshawing.
Do they do it in America at all?
Hey,
You
what's
gotta
up,
have some
Happy?
rickshaws going on.
What's
in America.
that? I know that there's got to be. See, dude, that is a look. Why are there not more of
I'm
them?
not trying to tear down an old system. I'm trying to just reinvent a system we already
So we would have to build them the carts, and then they release the carts from us. So they are making money, but we do need a leasing fee on those carts. And if they come back damaged every day, we need them. You parked here,
But that's the lovely part about it. Because what if we use just like, rubber seats? You can just spray them bad boys off real quick. Bam, ready for the next one.
Well,
And then if you spray down the rickshaw while you're spraying down your homeless person, bam, 2 in 1. They're
Boom.
clean, rickshaw clean.
Boom.
Moving on.
boom. We'll get them some for briefs, just so that if in case any flatulence happens, the people in the cart don't get hit. They get hit with a nice ocean breeze for
And that's
these
way
air
better
freshener.
than a horse and carriage ride because there's no way you're getting Febreze on a horse.
Right? No way, dude. I've tried.
Let's clip it. That's a good spot where you can just.
Trust me, I've tried.
All right, so we got to talk slicks. We need to get into some seriousness.
With the hurricane going on.
There's a lot of nuts happening over the weekend. You got this chemical fire outside of Atlanta.
That
You
just started
got
yesterday.
The hurricane just going through and devastating. Dikembe Mutombo, rest in peace, 58 years old, passing away of
Brain
brain
cancer.
So never take any day for granted.
Yeah, he was
people.
only 50 what?
58 years old.
Holy cow.
The
Wow,
man
that's
is only
crazy.
24 years older than myself.
Wow. Sad day for
Hall of
for all,
Famer.
NBA, which is weird. I haven't really heard his name much. I guess I'm not a basketball
This is the
diehard
Michael
fan,
Jordan
so
days, though.
yeah.
This is back in the 90s when he was really a
Feeling it.
menace.
See, and my dad never watched
It
basketball,
took 6
so
years of him Jordan going at him before he got his dunk on him. Dude's a monster. Rest in peace.
yeah, that's a bummer. Bummer to lose the greats like that.
So, and then DJ, is Hurricane Helene kind of pittering out yet?
And I think there's more coming. I think they have more coming behind. But yeah, there's what was it in South Carolina? There's a little mountain town that just got devastated by that.
So much mud.
Yeah, they're just like scraping mud like snow out of their driveways.
Anybody
Cars
who's
flipped
been
over.
in that situation when it comes to the mud is just, it's like it doesn't move. It just seems like you take one shovel out and there's just more and more.
And that
more.
one picture where there was like halfway up the garage door, that's like 3 feet of fucking mud and dirt and debris that's not supposed to be there, dude. Just all foundations just wrecked, I'm sure.
I watched this lady on, Instagram, name's Hi Sally, and she lives down that way. And she's like, how's everybody else's morning? Mine's fucked. And she opens her back door and she's got a fucking 40-foot tree right through her garage.
How about this? I was watching TikTok last night and the fucking guy went live from his fucking living room in a fucking kayak.
Okay. Break this one down for me.
100%. I would love to. So he's fucking going live talking to people. He's literally sitting in his fucking kayak in the living room, and it had to have been at least 4 or 5 feet deep. He's like looking outside. He's like, yep, there's my outdoor light that's floating. He's like, well, yeah, if that's floating, then my cactus over there is fucking floating. He's like, yeah, my light switches are about to be covered with water. It's not really good. He's like, I got smart light switches out there. And he's just fucking paddling around in a fucking kayak in his living room. And he's like, yeah, if I open the window, it gets really choppy in here. So I have the window closed. But he's like, water's coming in from my garage. There's bubbles coming from underneath my foundation. So that's not good. Like, it looked sketchy, but he decided to go live from TikTok while he's sitting there.
Was he planning on? So he's not evacuating whatsoever.
Obviously he was.
The house is boned.
Yep.
And so then
I think
just
he stayed
automatically getting a house brand new.
No, because I don't think insurance pay. I mean, I guess.
How does that work when it comes to insurance? Is there a natural disaster thing that's just built into it, or you? It's a good, natural I guess, disasters, you're just kind of shut up when it comes to your policy.
I'm sure it comes to the policy. If you are in an area that is known to have hurricanes, I'm sure you pay extra to have that policy, natural disaster policy. We'll
not
see.
Every policy is going to have it just written in, though.
Yeah,
you have to talk to your insurance agent.
Maybe, because
shout out Jeff Boyd.
Because I'm sure you would have to have
State Farm insurance agents.
Speaking of local, if we're gonna just shout out some local shit, how about After Rage, our local rage room?
Oh, we forgot to get into that. What did you think? Did you have a blast?
It was fun. I mean,
did you get mad? Did you let it out?
It's
what's the first thing you destroyed?
Well, we got a medium one, so they gave us one medium like speaker, one small speaker, and then a shitload of glass bottles. So first thing we did was grab the bat and do the toss up where Billy was tossing up, smashing bottles, and batting it. The funnest tool to use, they give you 2 sledgehammers, 2 crowbars, and 2 bats. But the second bat was a short one, so it was more like a baton. That was the best thing to use, dude. So yeah, we just destroyed a bunch of fucking glass bottles, fucking couple speakers. It kind of sucked because it was such a good day Saturday. Like, went and got haircuts, went and did the play date.
I have no rage in
Then
me.
we went and did it was the worst day for a rage room, dude. I had such a good day, and it was like the last thing on the list of long things to do that day.
Curtis is like, maybe we could just take this speaker and fix it. I think I have the wires.
I did break a cup that I actually probably should have put in my pocket. It was a Coca-Cola cup, but it was like a classic, or it was a mug. It was a classic Coca-Cola mug. And I was like, dude, this is probably worth some fucking money. But he's like, just even
broke
better.
My mother's heart. That's her jam right there, Coca-Cola. I even collected her some antique bottles when we were in California. So, like, yeah, you shattering a Coca-Cola cup.
A Coca-Cola mug that looked like it was from the 60s. Probably, dude. It looked old school.
I wonder how much it would have been worth if it was actually mint.
I also found something else at Goodwill this week that might make some money. Some Marvel cups. And they have some comic stamp of approval, but I looked up similar cups and they were going for $40 and they were only $3 a piece for the set of 4. So regardless, it could make $20 on that.
There you go.
Pulling some shit out of Gary V's book, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw them, I was like, I'm looking those up because they're in really good shape. The Gary V pictures aren't scratched and shit.
Brilliant. The garage
sailing, dude. Yeah, because some people don't know what they got.
Well, and he's brilliant for the stuff that he knows is worth, but you wouldn't ever think, like, obviously this can't be worth, but then he just cleans it up and then bam, it's out the door.
Yeah, and you have to know, once you do it enough, you'd learn. Coffee mugs is one of his biggest, I think he said. I could be wrong, but I thought coffee mugs was huge.
How much can you repurpose a coffee mug for?
Well, it depends. If you happen to find one that some old lady doesn't, say grandma passed away. They're doing an estate sale. They don't know that this cup is a fucking 1942 Disney cup. And it's fucking going online for $150 to collectors or some shit. You know what I mean? So it depends on the cup. It's not.
But a guy like Gary Vee has got to have a whole storage warehouse for all of these miscellaneous items. So you become like your own eBay, I'm sure, at that point.
Yeah, kind of.
And then how much is your buy-in? I guess I'm sure you're turning a profit pretty quickly, but like, are you really able to flip these cups?
Well,
and where are you flipping them to? In the United States? Or are they
it could be anywhere.
Back out?
It could be anywhere.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I really wonder that, like, how they make their money when it comes to the...
I mean, it's a profit margin. If you can, it all comes down to profit margin. If you're at a garage sale,
actual, like, where are you getting your profit? Because I'm sure there's a lot of shipping costs. That's the big one I'm looking at, is the shipping cost. Because if I got to send it anywhere besides locally,
fuck,
$2-3.
Yeah, but imagine this: you bought it for 50 cents, and homeboy wants to pay $30 for it. You'll pay the $3 in shipping to get it to him. $3.50 is what your profit is, and you're making 30 on the back end. That's a $25 profit margin after shipping.
You almost need a person who like can research all these cups and everything like that.
I think he does. I think he does right there. He'll fucking look it up on Amazon real quick and try to fucking find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he does it on the spot.
That is actually very impressive then, because like if I saw somebody just lurking at my garage sale for that long, I'm like, dude,
what are you doing, dude?
Get out of here, you weirdo. No, I can't. I'm on Amazon researching this cup.
Turns out this cup's worth $500.
Thanks.
Actually, my buddy EJ went through something similar. He was gonna get rid of a like a coffee table. And then someone hit him up, was like, I'll give you $250 for it. And then someone else hit him up, was like, I'll give you $350 for it. And then finally someone hit him up and was like, dude, you need to look these up. They go for like $2,000 refurbished. And he was like, oh shit, hold on, wait a minute. Don't come pick this up. I'm gonna keep it. And I'm like, yeah, dude, holy shit.
How mad was the person who was like, damn, I just had this son of a bitch and now somebody filled him in.
Yeah, probably pretty pissed, but at the same time, douche. Like, come on. You knew what you were doing. Like,
is Gary Vee know what he's doing?
Oh, maybe it was Gary Vee. EJ, did you turn down Gary Vee, dude? Fucking Gary Vee was gonna come grab it. No, but I mean, I get it. You know, if you don't know what you got, and he explained to the guy, like, dude, I didn't fucking know this thing was a fucking.
I mean, at the end of the day, look how quick EJ could have been swindled.
So that's exactly what happens, dude. Is
it swindled or is it be better?
Is it be better? Yeah. We got to continue and keep going. Be better. Oh, dude, I know. I think the first shirt I want to make.
The word we were looking for is continuation.
Continuation. There you go. Continue and continuation.
You just combine those things. Continue and keep going. Continuation.
Continuation. I think I want to make a shirt dedicated to EJ. Speaking of EJ, it's going to say...
Just douche.
No.
Just kidding, EJ.
Zinger, dude. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. No, it'll say aliens aren't real, the Matrix is, and then something else. One other
said it's DMT thing.
I know, yeah. And then DMT is a dream, I guess we can do that.
That's a good for a back of a
aliens
back on the shirt.
Aliens aren't real, the Matrix is, DMT is a dream.
You can almost just sell that one by itself. Right? DMT is a dream.
DMT is a dream. Yeah, that would work too.
What do you think, DJ? Would you buy that shirt?
I did find a badass fucking shirt, actually. Where did my mom put my new shirt? Goodwill find, dude. Fucking Goodwill find for sure, bro.
That's so funny. Mom, where'd you put my shirt? I need it for the podcast.
We're playing Rocket League last night, and fucking, I'm like, we're getting loud, we're getting excited. We won. I was like, be quiet, guys. You're gonna wake up my mom. And I was being serious because my mom was staying the night. She left this morning, so guys, you better be quiet. I'm gonna wake up my mom.
That is so funny.
Classic. Haven't said that in fucking a minute.
No matter how old you get.
Yeah. Quiet, guys. You're gonna wake up my mom.
Child around your mother.
Oh, so funny. Went out and saw great grandma too, so we had all 4 generations together for a while.
How did that go?
Oh, God, my grandma. I love it. She goes, don't you dare find you a girl with tattoos all over you or all over her. They're no good. Like, Grandma, that's what I want. It's like, I want a girl with tattoos all over.
She was saying that to you specifically.
Yeah, and then she was telling me I need to go find a girl. I was like, no, Grandma, I don't. She's like, yeah, I guess you're right. They're all crazy. I'm like, yep. Roommates. The correct term is roommates. You wake my roommates up. Grandma's Boy. Great movie, Happy. I love it.
4-0.
4-0 Vikings. I didn't even watch my team this week. Who'd you guys play?
We had the great Cheeseheads and we beat them. And it was 28-7 going into the half. And the end of the game was 31-21. 31-29. Much closer game than it should have been. It's actually kind of pitiful. But we killed it. I was pretty happy.
Yeah, I haven't watched football this year. I was even like, I should probably watch 1 week so we could at least just do one day of talking about what's going on in the football world.
Went down to watch the game down at Senior.
Yeah.
West put a hurting on Skyview.
Yeah.
It was
not even
47-7.
That's nuts.
It was
little
I think
fun.
it's going to be a rebuilding. A little bit of time for Skyview.
Fun time. That would have been a really fun game for the West boys.
They're saying it's going to come down to Billings West versus Kalispell. Apparently, there's a kid for Kalispell who's got a D1 scholarship already.
Oh shit!
And they're smoking everybody.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I'm like,
dude, it's. I don't want to say this, but I think I'm gonna end up turning into a Skyview parent.
Whoa!
If I don't move, then we'll be a Skyview parent, and I'll have to go against my good old West High Bears. Get her a tattooed girl from church, really throw her off.
Yeah, because I would say
totally
you
a
probably
thing.
have
Probably could find that. Yeah, 100%.
Women going to church these days.
Actually, dude, I did see a couple. We were driving by a church, and it was a car full of pretty good-looking girls. About seemed like, you know, in my peer age. So I was like, fuck, do I need to start going to church to try to find women? And then I was like, nah. Maybe that thing for you, church girls. There's another bit I might be able to run with.
I remember listening to Rogan, and they had the Legion of Skanks on there. They were talking about that same exact thing. It's like, what do you think is better? Because like once you have one or two people who talk about religion, it sounds like crazy people. But when you have a whole community of those same people who all believe the same thing, it's a pretty nice community to be a part of.
I mean, it would, right? If they, because
notice how many people here, like the big churches that we have here, and the people that go there every Sunday
are very respectful. They're very respectful, and you know, like most modern religions do tend to have their people be respectful, or at least most of the people that attend that church are very respectful. So I can see that.
They seem to be very respectful and happy comparatively to atheists that I know who are just kind of miserable, but like logical miserable.
And I think a lot of people who are atheist are more agnostic than they think. They just don't know what to label it, so they label it as that they don't believe in any, or because that's what agnostic basically is as well. You don't really believe in any specific religion.
Look at the philosophy route. You're like, even if you believe in nothing, that's believing in something. So you can never believe in nothing.
100%. Live your life. Do things you enjoy. You will find people on the way who share your interests. You can then build relationships around common interests. Hell yeah.
Hey, Happy, how do I get my co-host to have above 5th grade reading level?
Dude,
can we fix that overnight?
No, that's called dyslexia.
You can't be taking my disease.
Dude, I've had it.
I've had it before you had it.
Well, yeah, because you were born first.
Exactly. So
you know what?
Get a new disease.
I do. It's called AIDS. Thanks for reminding me.
So you think this
man.
is definitely a possibility? We got to start hammering out the deets, because when I got out of that show, right, I had to go out to Lockwood because I needed to get some.
You're talking about our possible upcoming segment, Walk-ins Welcome?
No, not
Are you
quite.
talking
Yeah, I was
now?
talking
Okay.
about more at Kirk's. 'Cause I'm thinking
Kirk's,
about
okay.
other venues that I could go
Sorry.
for just to do spots.
Well, obviously the Kava House, right? They talked about the Kava House doing some stand-up. I think we need to start showing our faces down there.
How does that work? I wonder, as far as, because they do open mic and karaoke. So you have to be able to work your comedy in between music.
Is that they do it at the same time?
I don't know. But open mics
listen to me.
are that type of
We
situation.
need to go to the Kava House and fucking find out. We gotta. I know. I don't
a
want
lot of pressure on me.
I don't want to either, but we gotta get our faces out in the public.
Some say our faces were made for radio.
I know. I told my dad that this morning, and he laughed way too hard.
Agreeing?
Yes. He laughed way too hard.
And then my son started laughing along with him. I don't understand. My brother called out of nowhere and he was laughing too. I didn't think it was funny at all.
All of a sudden, there was a three-way call. Even my mom was there. She was laughing.
That's brutal.
But no, we do. We need to get out there. Same with Kirk's Groceries. We need to find out. And then, like I said, get on the mailing list so that when they have something going on, we can know about it. We can tell people about it. And as much as I don't want to be a public figure, we signed up for it at this point.
I think it
we
would
need to get out
be
there.
pretty awesome, though, Kirk's wise. That as a perfect venue, a curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Kava House seems so daunting because it's open and you can see through the windows.
Kirk's Grocery definitely would have a really good record your set and be able to post it vibes and get some clips from it.
Facts. And I even thought about talking to him because we could, if this thing actually got traction, we could do lives from Kirk's.
Right.
Do the pod live.
Right.
Then we don't even need to record those ones. Those are special for
Special lives,
we bring out. We just pay at the door.
Bear for governor. It's not spelt that way, but it's okay.
No, he's actually talking about running a grizzly bear for governor.
I also thought about, and we'll talk about that later. That's we gotta wait for that.
Oh,
I got my second meeting today, but because
we're not joking around. We said we had big things going on in the mix.
Yeah, some potential big news.
You literally got that phone call. We were all sitting around stressed like hell, waiting for him to get out of this meeting. He's taking forever.
Well, dude, it's because I sat there and I got to learn the ins and outs and. Really
100%. But when you're like, remember I told you right when you left, I better be the first phone call.
And you were.
And I was like, I'm in there, we're waiting, and I'm like, it's been a long time.
It's all good.
It's been a long time since we got this phone call from him. What's going on? And then DJ was like, I was thinking the same exact thing. And then it wasn't but 2 minutes after that you called, and I was like,
yeah, I took as much time as I could to
it's
chat with him. It's
hilarious the things that we joked about that turned out to be exactly the case, though. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Never in a million years. Oh, you mean Monday?
You mean you do? Oh shit. Oh god. That'll be cool though. That'll be interesting. It'll be something to.
Bamskis gave us a shout out too on. If you heard that.
I didn't.
Yeah, he had Laura Sayaka from 406 Disaster Response on there.
I did see she was on there today.
And I said, what up from the painter? Because I do her painting.
Yeah.
And
did she know it was you? Did she get two and two together? I don't know. Yeah.
Figure out if she had recognized it was me or not. But at the end of the day, I was like, what up, Bamskis? He said these guys do their podcast as well. If she had ever heard of them, she said no, but now she has more reason to. So
hell yeah! Like I said, dude, if we start local, we get traction locally. We get our faces out there. As much as I don't want to be a public figure, I think it is inevitable at this point. that we got to get out there and show our faces. It was really cool meeting Amanda. That was one of those where I hate doing that because I'm introverted at heart, but I wasn't always introverted. And that kind of reminds me of the old high school me, getting out there, meeting people,
That's
smiling,
who
laughing.
you are naturally, but being married where there's a whole new agenda you have to,
and kids too. Yeah.
But even beyond it, it's like, especially when you're married, there's ins and outs of the way you socialize that you just can't
do it anymore. Yeah. I can't be nice to somebody.
Who's that fly ass bitch right there?
Or not even that, just
Oh,
like, yeah, say I'm trying to be nice to someone and it comes off as flirty, then the old lady, the old ball and chains over there, like, yeah, damn it, you think she's cute, don't you? At least she wears that better than dressing you did.
But it 100% turns to be that exact case, and it's so frustrating.
It is nice.
Yeah, you end up turning off a part of yourself to make your other half happy.
Yep.
But I guess it's not really turning it off. It's just
burying it deep down, just like all the emotions.
And then dying at 58.
But no, it was one thing that really kind of got me inspired was Logan. We're at the hair cutting place and he literally did not stop talking the whole fucking haircut. He's just telling his hairdresser fucking all the stories, all the things. That's my dad over there. Oh shoot, my dad's hair looks funny. And I'm like, fuck, it's because my receding hairline. And then he's, just like the whole time just chatting it up. And I'm like, fuck, that's what it's all about.
Facts. I mean, it is really, really dope that we get to find this avenue. And if we are going to talk about it, this little teaser.
Yeah.
So next
walk-ins
plan.
welcome. I think it's a fucking genius idea. Clever as fuck title.
I was just like, how do we branch out and start getting our faces and
getting more local people in? And it's perfect medium form factor. It's not long form factor where the videos that we're posting are going to be an hour and a half long like our lives are. It's a 15-20 minute video of us.
So it's going to be on the same channel. It's just going to be another little playlist that we have going on. But we're going to go ahead and call that bad boy Walk-ins Welcome.
And we're gonna find local, and that would be a perfect setup for doing like the interviews with EJ too, because then we could get him on his camera. He can just be sitting in front of his computer, and we can record him that way too. We could even branch out to a little bit of non-local for Walk-ins Welcome too.
100%.
Hell yeah!
I think that'll add the dope aspect of it that we don't have now.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Because eventually, as much as we love our viewers, you will get tired of just us. It's only a matter of time.
100%.
On episode 13. But hang around till at least 100 or so.
Dude, and guys, I will say thanks everybody for the Spotify listeners. We're at 51 plays. We have a 17 people audience over the last week. 17 people have been keeping up and doing some plays on the podcast on Spotify. So thank you guys very much. Six followers.
You guys. That is so awesome.
Yeah. So Spotify seems to be moving
everywhere around.
Doubtful.
So seriously, we cannot state this enough. If you guys are a fan of us and you guys want to see us succeed, then we actually need you guys to like it and share it and subscribe it.
As much as we don't want to be those guys,
force it down your
we're gonna make you.
As much as you guys got better things to do, stuff it down every throat you find.
If you're not subscribed, we'll break your knees,
break your legs.
That'll be another T-shirt. Subscribe or I'll break your knees.
That'd be perfect. I was actually looking at Bamski's. He's got a whole bunch of new gear out.
Does he?
Yeah, he got new shirts, new lids, and everything. I'm trying to get.
See, I want to. I'm holding off on any of our merch design because I don't want to do it through Streamlabs because they take so much of the profit and the prices aren't amazing. I'd like to have $20 T-shirts, and they have them there, but they're this style, which is not a bad style, but they also have a lot of other options like long sleeves and shit like that I do like.
We
but
do
they
have
are
the option as well here in town and stuff. We have snappy duds, which is pretty cool. Bamski's,
and especially
we can get that Bamski special. We have to go.
Yeah, especially they're doing the prints, and if we just did a single color, which our aliens aren't real, the Matrix is, and DMT's a dream would be a perfect just white stamp on
It would be
design.
cool if we did that like the third or fourth design. We need something.
Yeah, yeah,
we something right in the door.
We'll do.
I shouldn't say that because it seems like we do like have an audience of. There's a lot of hippie in our audience.
Yeah. Oh, and I did get the Morning with the Boys corrected. It's not here right now. This one
does look amazing.
is not right. You like that?
I like it.
That
It
font
good.
looks so much better than that. So we'll get that posted up. It's already. I did fix the intro, but we haven't added the new stuff in here yet. But you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Ice cream.
Rolling on my. They see me rolling.
Hopefully, I can get Andrew to the point where
He'll
he's
get on?
laughing enough where I can call him my Lieutenant Dan.
I shouldn't say this because he's going to hear it and I'm going to spoil his fucking present, but next time I can and it comes around his birthday, I'm buying him a fancy ass fucking cane.
So, as far as canes, like what will make it fancy?
It's got to be like a gold or a bronze handle, and it's got to be like pretty elongated, you know.
But you're gonna go for like the
ornate
gentleman
carved
style cane. Not
Ooh,
like
gentleman style cane doesn't have a handle kicking off of it. It's just kind of like a bulb up top. See, I was thinking like a nice ornate,
that's
almost like a handled
pimp
one.
cane. If you go with nothing on top, I'm talking about like
Okay.
a gentleman with the handle on it, nice wood
ornate
And I'm sure
carved
you can
handle
do-
that's, or maybe even like I said, brass or gold handle.
I wonder if
too.
they've ever done an epoxy dip on a cane.
We
I
could
think
make
that
our
would be so
own.
dope.
Yeah,
You
you
could just pour it inside of cutout. Like
You'd have to build a mold. You'd make a mold, yep, and then you just do your epoxy. You could do all the own colors that you wanted. You could do swirl colors.
I wonder if you could do a half and a half and then put them together like that and they would stay separated, or if they would mix together.
I'm gonna have to do some research into canes.
All the canes. Sugar cane.
Cane and Abel.
Speaking of canes, let's talk about Cain Vasquez. Was that his name? The local singer who was singing with Manda Sue.
Was that his name?
I think it's Cain. Can't quite remember his last name, but
he reminded me of the like 80s rock. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. It's probably all I can sing before we get DMCA'd on that. But good style of music. I enjoy that.
You were about that.
I like it's a good style of music. Me personally, dance moves were too eccentric.
Okay, there we go.
I had to look away. I could listen, but I had to look away. The dance moves, but at the same time,
at one point I had to lean over and look at Curtis. I was like, this dude really needs to know his audience. And then Curtis looks at me. He knows his audience. That was a room full of gay men. I was like, what? Those guys couldn't all been gay. But
looking back at it,
I don't know. I can't imagine that they were all.
There was a couple of them in there.
But there was just so much pelvic thrusting for.
Now, in his defense, not that I really should give him much defense, but
you really are defending all of these guys hard.
For one, they have
comedy.
For one, they have the balls to be up there doing it, so good for them. I respect that. But in the 80s, that's what they did, dude. Like if you go back and watch a fucking Twisted Sister music video, you're like, what the fuck? So I get it. That's like he's really playing into the era that he's singing for.
It was wild.
Yeah, but I definitely had to look away. You were so hard? Gross.
It was so hard to deal with that.
It was too much. It was I was checking my shoes out a lot during his performance.
It was just so uncomfortable. I just didn't know what to do with it. It's like, if you do enjoy it too much, then you're leaning the wrong way. But if you don't enjoy it, then obviously you're just rude to the guy because he did have a good voice.
Yeah.
But it was...
Which a lot of, like, it was a lot of fluctuation in the whoa, and I was like, man, that's pretty impressive.
No, like he
he's got it.
Notes.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the fluctuation in his voice was able to. It was good.
And
good.
It's local,
just a little too eccentric.
Talent. These guys are from Billings,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, as far as local talent, I don't think we had anybody.
Well, then that's what we need. We need to get out. I have been such a hermit that I can't say this is the best local talent, and
But
now
even-
I'm wanting to get out there more and try to
like,
see this.
Even local wise, when growing up, we didn't have a single person we could say that was local talent.
I will show you Cutthroat.
David Jones,
I remember
he
David.
was
Yeah.
a choir singer.
But no,
I was
I'm gonna,
telling that to DJ. I was like, we had choir singers. We had really, really talented choir singers, but we did not have any breakout.
my buddies from at least some of them work at Toyota. They're in a band Cutthroat, and it's actually really good rock music, and they're local here. I'll show you some of their music when
Where
we're
do
done
they
here
play
today.
at?
They've done a couple at Craft Local, a couple other ones like when they were doing maybe not a Live After 5, but kind of some outdoor stuff. So they have been playing locally, and they've been doing that a couple of
'Cause
years.
we have I would say that we have like little jam bands.
Yeah.
But not like, and even
Individual-
like the lead singers, like those voices aren't like honed and crafted to be like these,
You'll see. Yeah.
perfect. Like,
Shout out Cutthroat. Those guys are pretty dope, though. We'll
it's-
definitely get out to go see one of their shows too.
100%.
One of these days.
It's not
yeah.
like I'm like
Yeah.
shitting
Yeah,
on
yeah,
these
yeah,
dudes.
of course not.
But when I'm looking at somebody who has the talent that Amanda has to hit some of those
Mhm,
notes, along
mhm.
with,
I'm super excited for her
really
song to drop.
surprised that
Quicksand. Holy fuck.
Well, it's kind of surprising that there's not more people who are.
Danny Jones. Yeah, his brother David Jones
Yeah,
was
the older brother.
yeah.
Danny didn't
that-
sing.
Danny did. Yeah, he was a singer too.
Oh, did
Oh
he?
yeah,
I didn't know that
absolutely.
Danny
He
song.
killed it. And then he actually, yeah. You know what? Easy, you're right. Because he did. He went and moved to California. He released a couple songs. Like one of his songs that he released, I was actually really into, and I did play for a while. He went on to America's Got Talent or something, and Danny did. He ended up getting kicked off pretty quickly, but he did for a while.
Dope Pinkzilla.
Pinkzilla.
That's a dope name for a band.
In Portland, okay. In Hollywood, yeah. Danny
Yeah.
Jones ended up going to Hollywood. We're talking about
Do you
that's still
understand
local
how
here.
like a blanket statement that is Hollywood?
Yeah,
That's like where in Hollywood
that's where
did
everyone
you go
goes.
see who was his talent agent?
Who knows?
You know what I mean? Because everybody has to have a manager and a talent agent out there. You're not just
Yeah.
going into Hollywood, and then you go
But
to
yeah, he
Hollywood.
did it
you
for a
could
while.
get a talent agent that is just a dirtbag, take you all your money, and then send you back to Montana.
He's probably the one that I know that actually left here and went on to do a little bit of kind of singing stuff. But
And you can make a little bit of a living if he was just playing little bar and venues like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
you could if you're not trying to be super big.
well, good thing, because if you get too big, apparently they send you to Diddy's house.
You're a long ways from getting to Diddy's house.
Me?
Yeah.
Would you go?
What
Diddy,
if I
Diddy
had
invites you
gone
to a party.
The Diddy party.
No, I'm not saying. Right now, you get called from Diddy. He's like, "Yo, come to my Diddy party.
I'll be like,
I'll show you behind the curtain. You'll be famous in 6 months."
yeah,
but he's gotta
I'm not
see behind
going-
your curtain.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going that route with. But it's like, if a famous rapper approached you tomorrow and was like, "Hey, you trying to come party?" What
Oh,
are you gonna say?
absolutely.
You would.
Well, especially because in
there
this
we
business
have it.
now.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
That's
Now I'm
it.
trying to promote my podcast, MWTB Pod.
Hey, Diddy, could you stop doing that to Meek Mill for a second so I can have you listen to 10 minutes of my podcast, please? Meek Mill is just.
And canceled, and we're done. I'm out, yo. He's like, and YouTube's taking us down.
Why? No, this is a place for free speech. Come on now.
That's actually, yeah. One thing, as I would hate to be tied down on a podcast by federal laws, federal radio laws. Not happening.
That
If
is
I can't
kinda-
say fuck or shit, I'm out.
It's a good platform to stand on.
You know what? I'm running for president, Curtis 2024. If I can't say shit or fuck, I'm out.
And he turned out wasn't president.
I'm too old to party. Yeah, we actually all don't drink
What
here
is
pretty much.
I'm too old to party age.
How old is too old to go to a high school party? Out of high school. Fucking. You know what? There's a good premise right there. There's a good stand-up premise.
Yeah. That was definitely, but I can't even say that because like there's that weird age between like I'd say like 18 and 20 where the ages kind of intermingle.
I feel like too much past 21, you're asking for it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but you're not 21, so unless you're doing things illegally, then you have no business hanging out with anybody who's 21. But if you're, you know, somebody's 18 in high school hanging out with somebody who's 20, is it really that weird?
It's all perspective. You got it for a few minutes? You got 2 minutes?
This guy all the time.
Dude.
It's almost, he's actually, you're 10 minutes early today with this urination business. You know, Happy, I'm going to agree with you 1,000% because the last 2 nights has been exactly that. I don't know if it's just too much sleep, but I get like 6 hours and then the back starts hurting and it's time to get up. Can't do it no more. Like I literally have to get up and take a shower to loosen my back up so then the guy can get the day going on. You know, I was actually thinking about getting one of those deals, you know, they give to women so they can pee on the side of the road. That way you can just, you know, put a piss jug underneath there and we keep going. I'm here. I'm always ready to podcast. Getting close. He's going to be back. And we can guarantee he doesn't wash his hands. Did he wash his hands? They're wet, everybody. Is it from urine? Is it from water?
Oh, it's definitely.
We will never know.
It's definitely urine.
Oh, there we go.
It's sterile and I like the taste. Oh, but no, I'm getting old. Apparently, I can't even hold my bladder for freaking 2 hours. Jeez, man.
Well, at least you're not John Mulaney. He's got that joke where he was trying to get prescription for something. And he was like, what's a regular amount of times to go pee in a day? And he was like, 9. And he's like, oof, we need to get you in here and get you checked out. So then he ends up getting a prostate exam at the same time. But you can't tell him that you were lying about how many pisses you take a day because you're trying to get drugs.
It's like, how bad do I want these drugs? Might as well have gone to a P. Diddy party.
Yeah, he got that finger in his ass, but got his Viking or whatever it was on at the time.
Yeah, P. Diddy give you the same treatment.
John Mulaney, talk about a guy who was able to fly under the radar as a total drug addict while being on Saturday Night Live.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of them out there.
Functioning drug addicts.
Used to sleep anywhere for 10 hours.
Heck
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you're agreeing, fucking kids ruined your life, Happy. It's all right.
We get it. Just kidding. Just kidding, Izzy. I know you're going to listen.
I never even thought about that. Like, do you think your kids are actually going to want to grow up and then listen to all the nonsense you said? Probably not until after you die. If you die early, maybe you don't want to go back and listen to these.
Because I listen to it sometimes in the car, because just listening to it back and I say something and she's like, oh, I didn't say that, or oh, I didn't do that, or and I'm like, oh, yeah, you did.
Let's go back to the podcast. Let's line that back.
But I also thought about that too.
That's a safe one right there. Happy, safe.
Yeah. I also thought about that as if something did happen and the kids wanted to go back and see, it's cool that we have all of this documented.
This is another reason.
Footage,
even for my own was, so if something ever did happen to me, this is like my little bit of a...
Yeah, kids could go back and be like,
off.
At least I get to know who my dad was, even if they,
Damn, my dad was disturbing.
Yeah.
But he's kind of funny.
But yeah, my dad was kind of funny, but he think he was a dick.
No, there's definitely he was a dick. There's no denying that whatsoever.
It's like, no, you can't. Yeah, he definitely was. Everyone knows your dad was a dick. Oh fuck! I remembered my fucking premise from last night. All right. Why are people so fucking rude? It's getting yelled at by this fucking guy. He's like, "You're fucking stupid. You're a piece of shit. Your mom didn't even want you." And I was like, "Dad, do we have to do this at the Thanksgiving dinner table?" Something like that.
You just have to trim the fat.
Yeah, it needs to be refined a lot. Yeah.
Trim
But
some fat.
I'm glad I remembered it now, though. Now I put it out there, so now
Trim
I'll
out
remember
5
it again.
or 6 fucks. You might be onto something. I think, but we need to though, and they do karaoke as well.
And we've been talking about that.
Down at Stars and Stripes, that's another one in town. I guess they do karaoke as well. So I think it would be a kind of another cool bit for the show.
Video,
if we had the followers write in our karaoke songs.
Ooh, everyone picks our songs for us. Oh,
not obviously our first karaoke.
But once we get into this, because we're trying to. We've talked about it a few times, guys. We want to get out there and do some, get out of our comfort zones. Karaoke would be a big one.
Step out of your comfort zone. Have somebody make you sing Miley Cyrus's
Wrecking Ball in front of fucking everyone that's drunk.
Oh man!
Pour me a shot of whiskey. What's that one? Bartender, hit me one more time. What's her name?
I had no idea, but everybody fell in love with that country viewer. That's kind of funny. Did you see where we were sitting at? And then it just...
And then it's gone. Just like that.
They heard you singing and they were out.
See ya.
Thanks for sticking around, Happy.
Someone's got to. It was probably my dad checking it out for a second. I finally told my parents, but now my mom's going to watch it. Now I'm in trouble. So I have parents for another couple of weeks until they see episode 3.
It's actually kind of funny at the end of the day because I have my parents who, I don't know if they listen to it or they just have it on mute. You know what I mean? They've never said anything about it. They just, so you're still doing the, what do you call that thing? The podding thing?
The podding?
Yep. Doing that.
Yeah. My dad's like, you still pod racing? I'm like, no, Dad, I'm not on Tatooine pod racing right now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I did talk to him today. He knows what it is. He knows about podcasts.
I'm sure, but like the I can't even foresee them getting onto YouTube.
No, my dad's really big into like Facebook Reels in his face. My mom's like, I hate it. He's even like a little kid now. He's always got his phone in his face. It's like, what?
But it's that dopamine fix. Yeah. Like they've already. Yeah. It's not even your dad's fault. Donna, give him a break. It's got us all.
It's got everybody. Aliens aren't real. The Matrix is. It's working. It's working. But no, so I think my dad would probably catch up. He'd probably watch our reels a little bit. I don't know if he'd long form factor. Maybe on Spotify.
No way is your dad able to listen to an hour and 45 of our horse shit.
Maybe.
He's a real man doing real shit.
He ain't doing nothing right now, dude. He works in the fucking oil industry. They ain't drilling for shit because it's election year, so he's fucking twiddling his thumbs, dude.
The amount of work that your dad has done in his life.
He deserves a little break, dude. He's a fucking hardworking motherfucker.
Yeah, shout out to them boys.
Damn, they don't make them like they used to. They make them like me now.
No, but even like I got my cousins and stuff. They're out there doing in the mining fields, so... I mean,
same with my buddy Joe. Yeah, my buddy Joe's up in Alaska doing mining. He makes good money up there.
We have obviously Nye is getting ready to. They already laid off now. Currently laid off. They left those 300 employees,
which is crazy because my aunt and uncle just sold their house up there. So they got lucky. But whoever bought that house is probably a miner who just got laid off.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's bummer for that guy.
That is absolutely so sad. And but
Yeah.
that seems to be a recurring theme right now as far as nobody's lifting
every 4
too much
years, dude.
fingers
Until the next president comes in, and if he opens up regulations or does the opposite and closes down regulations, these companies aren't going to go and invest millions of dollars in new fucking drills if it's going to get shut down in 6 months.
If Trump gets in,
We'll start.
obviously all the drilling is going to happen.
We'll start drilling again. Yeah.
But everybody is going to go just stupid with the drilling. Everybody, and they're going to hit it as hard as possible for 4 years.
It's a good question, because then at that point, does your cost of barrel go down because we're producing so much, and then is that ultimately a bad thing?
But
or
everybody who's
all the companies,
with Trump, they're going to go balls to the wall, because the chance that a Democrat comes back around and gets in is always 4 years from then. So you're going to hammer as hard as you possibly can for 4 years, I'm sure.
I think it even still takes him a little bit of time to get all those regulations through. So it'll probably be 3 years.
Everybody who's anybody is going to be like,
Let's
Donnie
drill,
T
drill,
is
drill,
back.
drill, drill, drill.
Let's go.
Probably. And that could be a bad thing, but at the same time, it creates a lot of economy here in the States,
And then
jobs and stuff.
Let's take it a step further. He gets in office. They've already tried to take him out twice. They take him out while he's in office. Who is his VP that is able to step up?
Vance. That's who he's going with. I don't know much about Vance. I haven't really heard too much about what he's all about. So,
Can you pull up his VP?
but if I feel like Vance, if you just type in Trump Vance and then find more information about Vance, you should be able to.
And then is Ivanka like ready to do it again with old Donnie T? 4 more years?
Well, obviously, he don't give a fuck.
There was just so much drama and everything that started between his family. I mean, it'd be rough if you're the wife or the daughter.
Mm-hmm. Because you imagine, all
the
the
way that they
attempted.
spun it, where he's wants to just bone his daughter,
That's
and the way that they cut it, his quotes. I mean, if you just read the quotes, it's pretty alarming. But you have to
Everything
think
can be
almost
taken out of
everything
context.
Was, was taken out of context. We got
Yeah.
a name on us there, DJ.
JD Vance.
He
Okay.
is a celebrity preacher. Oh, he was supposed to campaign with a MAGA celebrity preacher, but something spooked him.
Yeah, they're probably trying to take him out too. I don't know. It's crazy. Like I said, I'm trying not to. I'm really the last couple of days, because even my grandma, she's all anyone but Trump. She's one of those people. So she thinks Kamala Harris is the answer. And she thinks if Trump gets in, it's going to be the end of the world kind of thing. So she's corrupted via the media.
What
Because
if
she's.
Donnie T last minute had Hillary as his VP? Do you think Hillary could beat Kamala?
I don't know. Do people still like Hillary?
I
I don't
have
think
no
anyone
idea.
liked Hillary, but I don't really think anyone likes. I didn't
That's what
think
I'm
anyone
saying.
liked Harris, but now she's their answer.
If they had them go at each other, I wonder who wins that one. Like if right now the election was between Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton, do you think Kamala wins it?
I think we just let him get in the Coliseum, fight to the death. Winner takes all.
Winner also dies.
Yes. Yes. I like that.
Because Tim Sheehy, you can get these hands. I didn't say that. That was a stolen joke. I'm sorry. That's the one funny thing that chick said.
Ugh. Just bashing on Tim Sheehy.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil and Judge Judy
But
for
I
president.
need Adam Ray's Dr. Phil.
Yes,
not
100%.
the real Dr. Phil.
And let's get I'm sure someone's done Judge Judy on SNL.
I don't think anybody has done Judge Judy.
On SNL? No, 100%. They had to have done some type of judge skit on SNL.
What did we know on old JD Vance?
Is he right up Trump's alley?
He looks like he was a Navyman.
Yeah, I don't know much about JD.
Or was he a Navy SEAL?
They don't ever tell us this shit.
I'm just trying to, because he has a
Yeah,
picture of his,
yeah.
he was a Marine. There we go.
Marines are, like supposedly up there for pretty respected on.
Well, I'm saying they're the frogmen.
Yeah.
The first one's in, and
90,000 people
out.
evacuated in that Atlanta chemical fire. That's pretty crazy.
We didn't even really talk
We
about
didn't.
that.
No, we
So
kind of
I
went
guess
straight into the hurricane.
We got about 10 more minutes
Yeah,
here.
we
We
can-
should go ahead and
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah, so apparently it started just yesterday at 5 a.m. in the morning as a small fire on the roof. The sprinkler alarm system went off, which then reacted to water-reactive chemicals that were not stored correctly, causing a giant chemical fire, which is just pluming black fucking chlorine and all that chemical smoke into the air.
Yeah, and they just had to shut down that interstate going on the outskirts of Atlanta, along with 90,000.
90,000 evacuated plus and or a stay-at-home order because the air quality is going to be so
And
bad.
we were kind of discussing this. Like,
Yeah.
does it make sense to actually stay in your house if you have a chemical?
Right? I wouldn't think so. Your house particulate filter is not going to filter out all that shit, I wouldn't think. Yeah, Happy, there's a big house fire near Atlanta, Georgia.
And
Or excuse me, big chemical
if
fire.
it's been closed off, it doesn't mean that they've contained it, so it's still
Correct.
burning.
Yeah.
But at least it doesn't have all the material in the world to continue to burn
Yeah,
for
it'll burn
itself out.
Yep, eventually.
How does it take a while for chlorine to burn up? Or is it I know that.
Well, it's a weird chemical process because it's whatever it is, it's when water mixes with it.
Pause it. Go back 2
got
seconds,
JD.
DJ.
Do we got JD Vance in news?
No, DJ was showing me. I just need to see that lady's face because her eyes were so cross-eyed it threw me off. Wow! Look at those things. Oh, like this.
Oh, he's watching the news on that fire.
And it's wild because you look at it and then the smoke is different colors.
All the different chemicals, dude. That's got to be so fucking bad.
And then how far is that expected to trail? Like, how far is the wind gonna push that?
Well, when Mount St. Helen, or not Helen, is it Mount St. Helens that's over in Washington? Mount St. Helens blew up, and when my parents were in high school, and they got ash on the ground in Montana.
Like
it was snowing.
Is nowhere
So that was 2
near
states.
the amount of plume that's getting spread into the air. I can't imagine.
No,
It's
but
nowhere.
but
There's a good picture of it.
you imagine that stuff is going to spread, and then it's in the clouds, so it's mixing with our rainwater or the water in the clouds. So it's going to be raining acid rain. Yeah, Helens. Yep, that was Mount St. Helens.
So, and that's wild. So since yesterday, because it started out with them evacuating 17,000, and in a matter of a day, it's
It's
gone
up to
to 90.
90,000. Yeah, that air quality's got to be trash
And
right now.
I'm thinking that it burns off quickly. It goes up into the atmosphere. Whatever settles gets filtered out through rainwater or whatever, and we'll be fine. But I might be completely in the wrong on this one, and it's
Because you feel like once it gets
way
up
more.
so high, then it's not really a danger to people, but into the water, into the clouds might be a problem. I'm no scientist, so I don't know how that
I
works.
just look at the chlorine factor. I'm like, why do we swim in chlorine then if it's such a
It's so
neurotoxin?
bad for you. So bad.
How else
And-
do you clean it then? You can't use bleach.
Well, yeah, but
You'll really kill people if you use bleach.
my mom used to dump the chlorine in the hot tub while me and my brother were still playing in the hot tub. Like, I'm a chlorine kid, dude. I've been soaking up chlorine through my pores since I was like 8.
But at the same time, it's not like they're taking chlorine out of anything. Chlorine's still in everything.
Yeah, 100%. They still clean all the pools with chlorine.
You eat chlorine tablets that you're supposed to shock your pool with in order to get rid of all the algae.
Speaking of shocking things, talk about shocking shots. We'll loop all the way back to fucking coffee.
Talk about a callback. And that's comedy.
Yeah, not no Tim Sheehy can catch these hands looking ass. Just kidding.
So I learned today that you never want to have your ice already in a coffee cup.
When working with espresso shots, you can shock them if you take them from hot to cold too fast.
And it'll make them bitter.
Yeah,
and
bitter and taste like shit.
And so I was wondering if that is because, like, you know, IPAs in the alcohol world it's like
sought after. Yeah, it's a sought after taste.
Bitter, hard nut. It's like, so are people having coffee drinks that are literally?
Because I swear to God, I've seen her drop I think I've seen her drop those shots right onto ice. When I was taught, and maybe it's changed, maybe they found out that shocking it is the way to do it, but when I was taught is you don't want to shock your shots. So when you're making an iced drink, what I would do is I would heat up just a little bit of milk so that my shots would go into something at least lukewarm and not cold milk, because even going into super cold milk, you could shock your shots going into too cold. And then I would mix in my cold milk into my shots and my warm milk, get cold milk, put that over ice. That's how I made my drinks. And maybe other baristas can call me out if I'm wrong, but that's how I did mine.
Yeah, so if we don't hear from our City Brew employees tomorrow, then...
Yeah. I'll go in there, I'll break down a door, and I'll show you how to make a mocha.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. I won't break down any doors. I'm just kidding.
I don't even know if they have doors.
They have the one. How else are the employees going to get in there? Claw through the fucking window?
Factory window.
I would show up when Christina went to work every day. Just kidding. Climbing through the window, you get it? Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't have the...
and if it wasn't creepy now, it is then.
I was going to say, if you didn't listen to it live, then we didn't know that Christina made some eye contact with our boy over here.
I'm gonna edit this out. Spotify will never hear this. Just kidding.
But you guys
it was pretty funny.
Pretty
funny. Yeah, I was like, she made eye contact. That was actually mine and Joe's. My buddy Joe, as our joke is, I love you. You whisper it to where like the person can't hear you, but yeah.
It's like that old olive juice.
Oh, yep. Kind of like that.
No, I didn't say I love you. I said olive juice.
Because that's something people say.
I don't know. Some people are into that type of stuff.
Hey, man, people are into pickle juice.
You can't ask those kinds of questions. I'll drive you into overtime.
Yeah, that was we were talking about what you don't want to talk about. I'm just kidding. That was a minute ago. We were in the middle of our conspiracies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like reading that. I was like, I don't even remember.
Oh, no, man. The clothing sheep thing, too. Like, what was this 80-year-old doing in Montana cloning sheep?
How long has he been working on cloning?
And yeah, how many times did he do it? And get it, like, how did he finally get caught?
Do you think he's just cloning one at a time and then the clone is born and it's just like wandering out there? Oh, so this is life. How interesting.
He just shoots it and then starts over again. I did it. I've done it.
Because he said he was using them for trophy hunting.
What if he cloned one and the only reason they caught him is because one of them turned zombie?
I didn't even see how he was able to get caught. Somebody must have turned in. It had to have been like Fish and Wildlife. Seen one of these massive.
Yeah, and it's like, how we don't have goats this big. We don't have mountain goats this big in Montana.
Because he was crossbreeding them with the Marco Polo sheep.
Which is apparently a big
old sucker from Asia.
Big old Asian mountain goat.
And then how are you getting your first Asian goat here?
He probably ordered some testicles off the fucking internet. Or some or some goat.
Apologize, we were wrong. It's the semen. He ordered semen, everybody. We don't want to be giving you a false information on Mornin Wit Tha BoYz.
You mean you don't have a semen guy? You don't have a guy that can get you whatever type of semen you might need for cloning purposes only?
I strictly have a testicle guy.
Oh, speaking of cloning, did you hear about
I thought you were going to say speaking of testicles.
23andMe.
We were getting into this.
The same day that Diddy got arrested, all of the board members of 23andMe stepped down. But I was reading it, and it looks like it's because 23andMe wants to go public with the company, and everyone else doesn't. So that makes sense as to why they all left. It's because someone wants to go public with the company and they don't agree with that, so they're not going to be a part of it anymore. I don't think it's as big of a conspiracy as they are making it seem to be.
No, but if you look at a publicly traded company, that means anybody can buy into that company.
And
so then that means that they all have
BlackRock,
more,
Vanguard, all those guys.
Well, they just have way more say in what happens to that company. And if you kept it private, then you as that sole entity.
Yeah.
The only problem is,
because I think they think they're going to sell.
If you're not a privately traded company, it's way harder to get that financial backing from a bank. But if you are public, then yeah, you can take those shares, and those shares equate to different amounts of money, and that amount can be traded vice versa into a bank, you know?
Yeah. Who knows, though? We'll see what I don't think that's the big thing that they were trying to hide with the Diddy arrest, but I think there's something going on. Man, maybe it was even my dad was telling me that they're trying to make it to where you don't need an ID to vote. So that he thinks that might have been, or I think that could have also been what the Supreme Court was trying to get through so that they can have all their people they let in vote. But who knows? Story for another day. That's for sure.
A story for another day because we have hit that time.
We hit it. Much love, guys. Thank you so much for being here and on Spotify.
Once again,
Happy Easy was here today. We love that.
EJ, I can't believe you left.
All the support we're getting. Keep an eye out for the next step. The walk-ins welcome, and that'll be a good interview process. We can get some crazy stories from crazy people. I would say one day, if we get comfortable enough with the walk-ins welcome, we maybe should invite a crazy homeless guy in.
Yeah,
because they've all got stories.
No, we'd have to do it outside podcast.
Not here. Yeah, not here.
Yeah.
That one we might be able to see if they would let us do somewhere.
But I also
we're not doing it here.
Thought of the diseases, and I was like, well, I just can't risk it.
Yeah,
I can't afford bed bugs and all that other stuff.
Joe Mama, welcome. Hey. Anyways, much love, guys. Catch us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. We're on Spotify. Follow us there. Check us each out individually on Facebook. We do some really cool stuff over there. This guy goes live every morning.
Snapchat. Look up the names.
Hey.
And until then,
bye.